Welcome to Hot Chips 2025. TCMM Awards and closing remarks.
I'm going to briefly do a quick awards presentation just to share some winners of awards for the IEEE Computer Society, TCMM. So I'm Gabriel Southern. I'm the TCMM chair currently. So for those of you who don't know what TCMM is, it's the IEEE Computer Society's technical community on microprocessors and microcomputers. And so it's free to join. Anyone, there's a link here. You're welcome to join. Great to have membership. And what does TCMM do? We essentially are helping provide the technical sponsorship and association with IEEE Computer Society for a variety of conferences, including Hot Chips. So, and then among other things, one of the things we do now is we have some awards that we recognize, a few different. So we have our Open Source Hardware Contribution Award, our TCMM Honor Award, and just this year now we're sponsoring the Hot Chips Best Student Poster Award. So just again as context, we had some previous winners of these awards. You can see it's not a long history, but these are people who have been influential in their contributions in both areas. So on the Open Source Hardware Award, Wilson Snyder, who did Verilator, and Luca Benini, who's involved in the Pulp platform. And on the TCMM Honor Award, Lance Hammond, he's done a bunch of stuff for us, including basically all this AV stuff that lets us see the conference live, for those of you watching the live stream. And Charlie Newhauser, who does a ton of things with registration and various other things. So it's been great to have those winners. And now I'll say who's the winners for this year. So first for the Open Source Hardware Contribution Award. Unfortunately, for our winners this time, they were not able to come in person, but we have a nice plaque that we'll retrieve. So yeah, the winner is Claire Wolf. I guess we can clap. So it's in recognition of outstanding contributions to RISC-V, including BitManip, RVFI, Pico RV34, and to open source tools like Yosis and IceStorm. So I think many people in the community are familiar with some of this work, particularly Yosis. So that's a great contribution, and we want to recognize that. The TCMM Honor Award, again, as I kind of quickly went through, this is for an individual who's made significant contributions to TCMM over many years. And the winner this year is Don Draper. So I guess, again, clap for him. So Don's been an active participant and contributor to TCMM in many years. Those of you who are longtime Hot Chips attendees will no doubt remember him sending out emails and promoting Hot Chips. And he's also been involved with Hot Interconnects. Anyone who's involved with that would probably remember him. And he's been a former TCMM chair. So this year we have several, I think 11 posters. Most of those were from students. And we decided to have a Best Student Poster Award. So I'm not going to read all the names because I don't have much time left. But the Best Student Poster Award is for Basilik. And yeah, you can see the picture of the winner here who's out presenting outside, or if you're online, you can view that the poster online. I talked to him briefly. It's a very interesting work, so I'd encourage all of you to talk to him if you haven't already. Thought it was interesting. It's actually, Pulp platform, which was a previous winner, and he was mentioning they use Yosis. So kind of seeing a lot of things come together in terms of open source hardware. And great that Hot Chips is a venue for that. So with that, I'm done with what I wanted to say. But again, congratulations to all these awards winners.
All right. We are almost done here. So my name is Larry Yang. I'm the vice chair for the symposium. Have a few closing thoughts here I wanted to share with you guys. So first of all, what's next? So right now you have access to all of the online content. You'll continue to have that, so feel free to review the slides and the videos. The Slack content will still be online, so keep interacting, keep the conversation going with the presenters. I still see some of them in there answering questions, and so I'll be up for about 90 days. Online registration is still available, so tell all your friends that about the great stuff you just experienced and get them to sign up and get access to the content. And in a few days, you'll get a survey. So please tell us what you loved, what you don't love. If you like the ice cream, tell us you like the ice cream, so we'll keep the ice cream tradition going on. And then in a couple months, all the slides and videos will be opened up to the public. That's the point at which you can stop feeling guilty about sharing your attendee credentials with all your coworkers. And then in January, we start the cycle again. So we kick off planning for the next Hot Chips. We'll have a call for submissions, encourage you all to rally your colleagues or yourselves, submit interesting content. And then in the spring, select presentations from these last few days will appear in the IEEE Micro. I have a few thank yous I want to share. First of all, I want to thank all of you who have spent time with us these past 3 days, 40 plus presenters on keynotes and posters and everything. And amazingly, there have been 2,000 attendees. This is a record for us in 2 different ways. One is it's a record number of total attendees, and it's also a record number of in-person attendees. You might have noticed the lines for lunch were a little long. We were a little more popular this year than we thought, but really wanted to thank all of you, the presenters and the attendees, because that's what really makes Hot Chips happen. So I want to give you all a round of applause. And then I want to thank all of the sponsors who helped make this event possible for us. I'm going to start with the Stanford Electrical Engineering Department. Suzanne, Mary, John, I don't know if you guys are in the room or you're wandering around. You and your team have been instrumental these past several months, really helping us pull this event together at this wonderful venue. I want to also thank the IEEE Computer Society and the TCMM in particular for supporting this conference. We are an IEEE, an official IEEE conference, and that's a very important part of what we do. And of course, I want to thank all of our financial sponsors. Many of them had exhibit tables out there. I hope you all had a chance to interact with them and chat with them. All of these sponsors allow us to reach more and more engineers in 2 different ways. One of them is it helps us keep all the registration fees lower. We have, I believe, the lowest registration fee compared to many of our peer conferences. And so hopefully you and your colleagues have noticed that. And so that's one way we reach more engineers. The other, of course, is to reach new emerging engineers, especially in other parts of the world. You've noticed there are many different interesting technical problems that need to be solved, and we need as many engineers from all over the world to help us solve them. So that's an important part of our mission as well, and we couldn't do it without these sponsors. So please help me thank all of our sponsors as well. So the organizers, we like to talk about how Hot Chips is created for engineers by engineers. Our thinking is that if we put together a bunch of content that we would like, then there's a good chance there's a bunch of content that you all would like. So I want to thank 2 particular groups of engineers that have been working to put this event together. So first, all of our volunteers. You've seen them running around. Many of them are behind the scenes. They're loading ice, handing out badges, setting all the AV equipment up here. Many of them are early stage engineers, early in their careers. If there are particular ones that you interacted with and had an interesting conversation with, they're all looking for mentors, career tips, help with their startup ideas. So if you want to follow up and look them up on our link, our volunteer link there's contact info for most of them. Drop them a note. I'm sure they would really appreciate it. So thank you so much for all of the volunteers. And then last but not least, all of the committee members that work to put the event on. We work around the year planning not just all of the logistics to put on the event, but also all of the amazing content. The program committee, as I mentioned in January, they kick off the new process. They solicit submissions, down select them, work with the presenters to make sure they're of the highest quality that you all observed over these past couple of days. We work around the year to put this event on, and we are also all volunteers. So really want to thank all of the committee members that are many of them been working since Hot Chips 1 37 years ago. So a lot of great continuity, a lot of dedication from these folks. So thank you as well for them. Okay, and that is it. So thank you everyone for spending the last 3 days with us, and we will see you at Hot Chips next year. Bye-bye.